Alright. Welcome back, boys, to part 2 of the rant videos I'm doing with the dog shit state of this game right now. And if any of you have been playing Rivals in Season 4, you might be aware of what's known as the support Armageddon, of what I'm calling the support Armageddon, where literally every single game, at least in high elo from what I've experienced, is triple support, because supports are better than DPS at everything. And I'm not trolling when I say this. Ultron is better than almost every DPS in the game, like on his own. The only DPS that are better than him are Jean Grey and Torch. And then maybe you could argue Star-Lord, Bucky, and that's it. But he is top 5 DPS in the game. And so when you have someone like Ultron, with his gun alone, because he's the second best gun in the game, only behind Hela, and with the speed that he charges his ult, without his drone, without his flying, all of this immediately makes him more effective than like every DPS in the game because of how dog shit the melee heroes are in this game. And with how much this game favors ranged damage. And so the problem is, and how we got to this point, is Luna Snow, the most broken hero in the game before Jean Grey came out, instead of nerfing her, they buffed every other support to try to get to her level. Because Luna Snow is a character that had, well, she still has the best ult in the game. 10 seconds of pure immortality for your entire team, but it was 12 for the entire history of the game. All the way back in the alpha when we said it was broken, they didn't listen. So 10 seconds, and then on-demand damage boost as well in the ult. 40% on-demand damage boost, which combos with literally everything. Especially Jean Grey, one-shots your whole team. But instead of nerfing this character, they buffed everyone around her, so now every support is just better than every DPS. And this doesn't include her fucking freeze, which is a 5-second long stun, gives her an overshield. Unreal close range damage, by the way. Unreal. Like, if you're ever a diver against a good Luna Snow player, look at this. Like, that was just her damage, by the way. That's it. So when you have a support with this much lethality, like, hit scan healing with no fall off, mobility on demand just for moving, a super jump just for moving for no reason, and then her fucking snowflake, which heals you through walls. No drop off, it's just Zenyatta orb through walls. Unreal. Unreal character, the best support in the game. Used to be the best hero in the game. And is arguably still top 2 heroes in the game. Instead of nerfing this shit, they buffed everything else. And so now you have Adam Warlock, who on release... Oh, sorry. On release, his snap was just based on a cooldown. There was nothing else that could deal with it. Like, there's no other way to increase it. Now, every time you hit right clicks, it accelerates this rate that you get your snap at. Every time you get a headshot, accelerates the rate you get your snap at. So already he's outputting like way more healing than he used to, which is fine. Like, these changes were fine because they're skill expressive. And I actually really like these because you have to aim to get more out of your character. This is really good design, similar to Mantis. But the problem is with his fucking ult. His ult, if you guys go back and look at my video on the channel from like a year ago where I talk about open queue, I think in that video I talk about how well designed Adam's res is compared to Mercy's from Overwatch. Because Mercy's res on like back when she still had mass res as her ult, she would fly in, she would res everybody, she would be immortal, everyone else would be immortal, they would all res at full HP, zero counterplay unless you killed the Mercy or found her or whatever, right? It was like a mini game of finding the Mercy. But the problem with Mercy compared to Adam is that Mercy has hyper mobility and can fly all over the place. It has vertical mobility, like all this other bullshit, right? Adam has no mobility at all. So automatically, the Adam player had to be much more intelligent about his positioning beforehand. And do you want to contribute to the fight and help your team? Or do you want to play for the res, which is a gamble because if you get found, the res doesn't go off, and you could have won the fight if you didn't play for the res in the first place. So it's like a mind game, really well designed and rewarded strategical thinking and gameplay. Now, you just hide behind a wall, and when you ult, everyone on your team gets a like 600 HP shield. So even if I am set up to punish the res with like a Spider-Man ult or a Venom Chomp or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can't fucking punish it anymore. Horrible change. Horrible change. Just completely eliminates the skill of the character. And then even if you die right after you res with Adam, as long as you have your passive res, the beacon will stay up. So like, if I res like this, and then I die, this golden aura, I can fly around and pick up my teammates anyways and put them back at the beacon, and then res myself, and then we're chilling. They took away all game sense from Adam's ult. And all of this was to bring him up to the level of Luna instead of just fucking nerfing Luna. Just nerf Luna. Same thing with this dog shit Invis ult. So instead of nerfing Luna's healing on her ult, we buffed Invis's ult to give you this cancer super aid slow when you walk through it. I can't give an example because it's just me in the practice range right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure Mike can put up somewhere on screen like the change of the patch note or whatever that like gave her ults like crazy slow when you walk through it. And then Ultron's existence, like buffing his ult to where it just pierces through shields as well. That was a horrible change. It doesn't actually matter all that much, but Ultron's just existence and his gun being this good and it not being addressed for this long is absurd. The fact that he was even considered of being buffed last patch is like so problematic with how terrible the other DPS are. And they just don't fundamentally understand why the DPS role is so fucking bad in this game. Because they've just power crept supports to oblivion. And support ults in general and like the high sustain, like 10-second long tranks, reses, soul link, lamps, like all the defensive cooldowns that supports get for free are what's killing the game. It is so much harder for me as a player, as a DPS player, to play a character like Spider-Man, for example, or any skill expressive, high mechanically demanding character, where it is not as rewarding for me to fly in, do my combo, do whatever I need to do to get a kill, in comparison to where the support player just does this. Oh, okay. So I need to put like dozens of hours in the practice range and in games to like practice my character to try to get him to be half the value of Loki, who just stands there, does this, and then if you ever get close to him, one button. It's the same issue with BAP and Kiri and all the other bullshit that's plagued supports in Overwatch forever. You can't have instant value on demand like this, and it instantly just deny and shut down everything that's going in the game. Like this needs to have like any sort of thought that goes, it needs a wind up. It's why like Soul Link is much more reasonable than Lamps, because Soul Link has that wind up. At least there's some delay with Soul Link. And Soul Link is also a 40-second cooldown. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna talk about Cloak and Dagger. So Cloak, like, Cloak is fine. Her abilities are fine. Cloak's ult should be the best and strongest support ult in the game, because when you use it, you're vulnerable at the end of all of your dashes. And there's so many things that could kill you at the end of your animation right there, like a Strange ult, a Mag Rock, a Jean Luna combo, like anything like that, right? But the trade-off for being the most vulnerable support in your ult is that it gets the longest duration and it gets the most distance that it can cover. But the problem with Cloak is the same thing similar to Loki. You do this and now you're invincible. It is just so crazy. It is so crazy that all you have to do is look down at your feet and press one button and you're immortal. You're just immortal. You cannot die. Like, I'm sure many of you have seen the infamous Iron clip, and I'm sure Mike can edit it in right now.
One shot.
Yep.
Help our Panther.
How horrible is Iron? Yo! No! Zeong!
I just got like.
Zeong, are we
so
fucking
the
serious? But like, as Iron Fist, there should be no universe ever at which I do not have the damage to just kill Cloak and Dagger when he does this. That's it. He doesn't need to do anything else. You literally, if you're playing Iron Fist, do not have the damage to kill Cloak if you're full punching her the entire time and she's in her bubble. It's crazy. If you're gonna have this type of like sustain on a cooldown, at the very least, make the cooldown longer. It's too much free output and value. 6-second cooldown. I am completely immune to Iron Fist and many other divers every 6 seconds. There is a 6-second window at which I could die. And this is the reason, this game design, where it's easy input, high output, is why support players, by NetEase's own admission, you guys all saw the EOMM video, NetEase understands themselves. Support players are the worst players. That's not the dog on support player, like I'm sorry, but it is just a fact. And it's because your characters get infinite value for the least amount of skill. Think about how hard a Hela or a Spider-Man or a Torch has to work to like get value to carry a game. Whereas you as a support player, you do this all game. Or you do this. Or you do this. The role is just babied beyond belief. It's the easiest role to play, has the most impact, and the characters in it, holistically, are stronger than everything else. And we haven't even talked about this fucking abomination of a character. I don't know what they need to do to address Jeff. Like, I don't know how they're going to change him. But he is the most toxic, brain-dead, cancer character in the game. Like, he just goes on an off angle, and this is what Jeffs do. Look at this garbage. This is all they do. The entire game. This is after his rework too. Infinite range, no drop off. They sit at the back of the map and they just full heal their team and cleave the enemy team, or they just go play in some obscure off angle and you can't do anything to contest them. Like, how brain dead is this design? It makes no sense. I don't know what they need to do to this character, but this is just so toxic and boring. Like, if you're playing as a Jeff that's doing this, you can't do anything. Yeah, and the boop is cancer as well. Like, this shit, it cancels jumps and it knocks you back. Like, if I'm playing Venom and I get right-clicked by Jeff, it just cancels my swing and I die. And then when he ults, another power creep change, by the way, guys. He leaves a little puddle on the ground right here that heals your entire team. Because we need to buff every support to make them viable with Luna, instead of just nerfing Luna. So Jeff didn't always have this, by the way. They just added it in the game because let's make Jeff better, instead of nerfing Luna. And then his ult, you ever catch anyone inside in the right circumstances? Insta-kill. You just kill their entire team for free. Fuck it. And so, in case any of you don't watch Pro Play, I brought up Ignite, and this is from 3 days ago. And I'm just going to skim through the VOD of the matches, and you're welcome to go do this on yourself on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. You're going to see every single game, damn near, is triple support mirror. Every game. Here's one instance of where they're playing Gene Bucky, but that is not the standard. More triple support. This is again niche. This is like very specific to this team. Triple support. Triple support. Triple support. Triple support. Triple support. Triple support. Like, if you go through the entire VOD, which I'm not going to do for the sake of this video, this is just an example. But we could just see, legit, every single game. Damn near. Oh, here's one where there's finally not triple support. But guess what's on the other side? Oh my god! We actually have a 2-2-2 mirror. I can't believe it. Triple support. Triple support. Oh wait, no, this one is 2-2-2 as well. This one is a little bit niche, though. But, like, most of the time, the drafts and the games are predicated on triple support mirror. Here's more triple support. Like, it is the dominant comp. Even though there are instances of 2-2-2 with Gene and Torch, or like Wolf in very specific scenarios, the dominant strategy is triple support. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the bans. The bans every single game. 3 support bans. 3+ support bans. Or we look at this game. Standby chat. 4 support bans. Like, if you just play the game at all, you just know. Like, I shouldn't even have to explain this. The support Armageddon is so real. And it's just a consequence of power creep instead of nerfing Luna. So in response, in order to fix the game, we cannot have 20+ DPS and 18 of them be fucking terrible, dogshit, useless trash. It's so sad how worthless the DPS role is. There's so many, and they're all terrible compared to supports. Luna needs to be nerfed more. Nerf her more. We don't need 10 seconds of Trank. She doesn't need to be 275. And she doesn't need her damage. Like, this shit, cut this down by like 20%. Make her 275, or make her 250, remove the snowball overhealth, and put her ult to 8 seconds. And then she's actually a balanced character. Ultron, nerf his gun. Just nerf his gun. Just cut this damage down by like 10 to 15% and he's fine. Just nerf the gun. And he's chill. Yeah, we even talk about the Luna Adam team up. That's like a whole another box of worms. Adam, remove this garbage fucking bullshit ult change. Make it so you can actually punish his ult. Get this shit out of here. That overhealth. That needs to be gone. That just removes counterplay for no reason. Loki needs a wind-up on his copy. Like, on his lamps, there needs to be a wind-up. And on his copy, when he changes into a hero, either make it to where he has to build up to his ult, or his ult duration doesn't get reset when he ults. One of the two. So, for example, if I copy Star-Lord, and let's just wait. Like, Star-Lord will last 8 seconds. So if I ult, that should not reset to 11. My copy just expires. Like, I have to use my ult instantly. Jeff, I don't get him out of the game. Full rework. Just fucking remove this character. Mantis is perfect. Even though Mantis is like really, really broken right now because she enables other supports to be good. Like, we might need to take a look at Mantis and like nerf her numbers a little bit. But the character's design is perfect. Like, one of the best designed characters in the game. Cloak and Dagger increase the bubble cooldown or reduce the healing. And then Rocket's also fine. But we need to stop. If you want to have like these powerful supports, literally buff every DPS that isn't Jean Grey or Torch or Psy. All of them. Every single one needs to be buffed. It is so lopsided in the favor of like ranged damage right now. It's just like anytime you pick a character like Black Panther, like Magic, like Iron Fist, like Wolverine, you don't want to win the Spider-Man. You just don't want to win the game. You're playing for fun, not to win. And they just buffed Bucky again recently, so when you hit that, he's guaranteed 2 shots on you to kill you, because we needed a ranged character that could deal with flankers better. Because there weren't enough of those in this game. Anyway, we'll see how the patch we'll see what the patch does. I'm very, very doubtful that they'll address the support Armageddon issue, and we'll just have another full season of triple support. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can be optimistic, guys. Maybe they'll finally nerf fucking Luna Snow instead of just rage baiting the community. See, we do nerf Luna Snow with just some bullshit slap on the wrist that does nothing like it does every patch with Emma Frost. Legit fucking 4 months of Emma Frost being piss broken and still nothing has changed. Awesome. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Live every day. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.